I'm Luca Giberti, Sales Director at IMA Coffee Petroncini. On the webinar of today, we're going to talk about the green coffee, its species, the way that we receive the coffee, and about how to clean this coffee. Green coffee is a natural product that's come from the coffee tree. At the beginning, it looks like a cherry, a red cherry, where inside there are 2 coffee beans. There are more than 100 species of coffee that can be divided between Arabica and Robusta. If we want to classify the 2 types of coffee in base of the taste, we can say the Robusta is more woody, hearty taste, but that can also give the cream on your coffee, especially if we talk about espresso. But if we talk about Arabica, this is the majority of the production, depend by the cultivation that we choose, can give a floral, acidity note, fruity note. That's due also about the sugar content we got inside and the lipid that we have inside. We can easily identify the 2 types of coffee by the shape. Usually Robusta is more round shape and thick, and Arabica is more long and flat. And then we should also classify the coffee by the defect that the coffee has. What we can call defect. Defect could be greenish, so unripe. Then we can have wood, we can have stones in the coffee, we can have eaten by bugs. Another important factor that we have to consider is the moisture content, that means the quantity of water that there is inside the beans. They can go from 8.5 to 12%. And the density. The density is the quantity of the coffee beans can fit in a certain volume. That means this is a mass divided by volume. That's how we obtain the density of the coffee beans. So when we analyze the coffee, after his analysis, the difficult part is understand which coffee I want to buy and how to blend it. Because you must remember the coffee is like a wine. So depending of the origin that you use can give to your coffee different properties, like acidity, floral, body, and cream to talk about the Robusta. How we receive the coffee? The coffee comes from the origin or in Utah bags, that could be 60 kilo or 70 kilo, or bulking container. What does it mean bulking container? Is like a super sacks inside the container with inside 20 tons of coffee. After the coffee arrives in containers or bags or bulk, we can decide to put or the bags on pallet, that usually are 4 layers of 4 bags each, or empty the super sacks and create big bag. Big bag is a nylon polypropylene bags that could be 1 cubic meter or 2 cubic meter. That means they can fit 600 or 1 tons each one. If you have production up to 2000 kilo per hour, we can still handle the coffee manually. What does it mean? That the operator can manually open the bags, put on the hopper and lift up to the silos. Or receiving the coffee in big bag, then the operator goes with a forklift on the top of this manual hopper, open and also send to the system. If we want to order the coffee from the origin in bags, that's come bulk in a container, we need some disposal for empty the bag from the container. This could be like a conveyor that I can put manually the bags one by one on this belt, and then in the hand, or I can do manual put on the pallet, or we can have a system like a robot for palletizing and depalletizing. So once the pallet is done, we can go to warehouse and stock, or otherwise we can have an automatically back opening system in order to go to the plant production. If I receive the Utah bags already in pallet, there is also a system who can provide a lifting of the pallet to a bag opening machine. This system can work up to 600 bags per hour. How to consist? I just put the pallet in on a roll conveyor, automatically goes ahead, is lifted up, and go in a bag opening machine. Usually this high bag opening machine has a very, very high efficiency, like a 99.98%. So no more than few beans remain on each pallet. If we receive the coffee in a bulk container, again a super sacks inside a container, we can have a device that lifted up this container, and then we have two ways. Or we put the coffee in big bags for go to the storage, but if I have enough green coffee storage, I can send direct to these silos. If we plan to receive the coffee in container from origin, either bulk or bags, we can provide a combined tilting system that has two positions. On back first position, we can lift it up and discharge the coffee on a tank and then goes direct to the silos. Or in forward position, we empty all the bags in bulk way, and then we have a system of slide that singularize the coffee one by one and reach the cut bagging machine fully automatically. After the coffee is received, we can have to clean this coffee. As we told you before, the coffee nowadays more and more can have a lot of impurities. So there are two ways. Or you buy already cleaned coffee from your coffee supplier, or if you have high capacity in your factory, you can have in-house cleaning. Let's say there are different machines in order to clean the coffee. First basic machine that is also suggested in every type of plant bigger than 500 kg per hour is a sieve. This machine removes the body bigger and smaller than the coffee. And then there is a aspiration in order to remove the dust and the piece of strings. After that, we can have a destoner. Destoner is just an equipment that removes the body with specific weight heavier than the coffee, like stones, piece of metal, coins. As you know, you can find everything in the coffee. After destoner, we can install a gravity table. A gravity table is a device that removes the foreign bodies lighter than the coffee. That means aluminum, piece of coconut, sticks. In addition, we can separate the impurities by color, by sorting machine. That's an automatic machine that every beans pass through a camera. If they are not conforming the color that are in our range, is rejected. The new generation of this optical sorting nowadays remove also by shape. So this also could be an additional safety in order to have your coffee pretty clean. As just conclusion, the green coffee cleaning equipment are very useful but not strictly necessary. Again, or you can buy your coffee already clean from your supplier, or you can do in-house. This machine can have a capacity minimum from 3 tons up to 40 tons per hour. So if you have a medium small size company, you can ask to have a sieve and optical sortex. That's removing the body by also shapes can ensure you a very good and clean quality coffee. Thank you very much. I hope this webinar would be helpful for you. Bye bye and see you in the next webinar.